Welcome back, everybody. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to buy PLS, PulseX, HEX, EHEX, PHEX, whichever one you want on the pulsechain network the right way, the real decentralized crypto way. So as you might have heard about in the news, we've had centralized companies like the Binance CEO stepping down. We've had Sam Bankman-Fried, the CEO of FTX, was arrested, right, put in jail for stealing billions of dollars of customers' money. And I want to explain to you guys, especially if you're new to crypto, you need to understand that the divide between centralized finance and decentralized finance is growing more and more clear every day. Now, these centralized companies like FTX, Celsius, all these bankrupt companies that are so-called crypto companies, it's kind of an oxymoron because real cryptocurrencies have no middlemen. They are not companies themselves. Okay, now there's companies built around crypto that, take people's money for them and exchange crypto for them. But actual cryptocurrency, by definition, is not a company. Okay, there's no middleman. There's no Bitcoin Incorporated. There's no HEX.com Incorporated building full of people. There's no boss that I report to or anybody reports to, right? These are just people in a decentralized community talking about cryptocurrencies that they like. And the beautiful part about real crypto, we call it decentralized finance, otherwise known as DeFi. The beautiful part about all that is that it can't be shut off. It can't be shut off by corrupt middlemen that lose people's money over and over and over again. Mt. Gox, FTX. Centralized crypto exchanges blow up all the time. Even regular banks. We've seen Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank. Banks fail all the time. 2008, the financial crisis, banks had to get bailed out because they lost everybody's money. Not to mention they're inflating your money at an absurd rate, so your money is being worth less and less every single year, and you're working harder and harder than ever before to basically achieve less purchasing power. So the financial system is crumbling, and that's what we call the centralized financial system, the traditional financial system. So real crypto, what I'm about to teach you in this video, and by the end of this video, you're going to understand the decentralized financial system, how to buy crypto in the decentralized way, how to hold crypto in the decentralized way. A lot of people out there, especially for the new people, you might have like the PayPal app or Robinhood or one of these centralized apps that are no different than the traditional financial system. So you might think, oh, I've got the Coinbase app and it shows me I own a little bit of Bitcoin here and I own a little bit of Ethereum. Well, guess what, guys? That's actually not your Bitcoin or Ethereum. That technically belongs to the exchange, the middlemen, the very middlemen that crypto was invented to get rid of. And these exchanges, although many of them are legitimate businesses, there's no telling when the next one is going to go down. And so you want to hold your own digital money under the mattress. That's a metaphor for crypto. That's what crypto is. So again, if you pay attention closely and watch this whole video, you're going to have the confidence to do crypto right, and you are going to be ahead of the curve. You're going to know what 99% of people do not have figured out yet. And by the time they all have this figured out, all the opportunity for all the price potential and the mad gains might be gone, 10, 20 years from now. I believe that the world is moving to a place where, we're going full on crypto either way. So whether you opt for the centralized bank version of cryptocurrency, the CBDC, that's up to you. But we like to use the true freedom of speech, real decentralized cryptocurrencies like HEX, PulseChain, and PulseX. So again, in this video, I'm going to teach you really quickly how to do it the right way, how to buy these coins, and more importantly, how to store them in a self-custody way where you know your own private keys. And that's what it comes down to. It's all about knowing your private keys. So there's a couple of websites like this website right here in front of you on the screen. This is app.pulsex.com. And as I'm talking about these websites, guys, you just want to bookmark them. Make sure you have all these links bookmarked. Make bookmark folders for each one. You could add a label to the folder to explain what these links do so that you don't forget. You can bookmark links on the internet. This is nothing new. And if you can bookmark a link and click buttons, you can buy and do cryptocurrency the right way. You could sell cryptocurrency too on your way out when you want to cash out for US dollars if you want to do that one day. But now let me show you guys the 5 simple steps to protect yourself, to do crypto the right way, and to be decentralized and to be outside of the control of any of these corrupt, failing entities from the decaying financial system, the traditional boomer financial system that's just not working out, quite frankly. Inflation's a mess. Countries are going bankrupt everywhere. Banks are failing. Some people are calling crypto the biggest wealth transfer in human history, but it's only going to go, the majority of that wealth is going to go to the people that got there early. And so if you're early to coins like HEX, PulseChain, and PulseX, now these things are relatively new. Bitcoin is 14 years old. HEX is 4 years old, and it's brand new on PulseChain. PLS and PulseX are less than a year old, right? And so these newer innovations, these newer products, they have a lot more upwards price potential because of the ratio of, very simply, people that haven't heard about them to people that have heard about them. So there's a very small number of people in the know right now that know about these decentralized products. And you're one of the lucky few to be getting in relatively early in the grand scheme of things, right? If you're holding for 5-10 years, now imagine going back in time and buying Ethereum when Ethereum was, even $100. It's $2,000 today. Imagine buying Bitcoin when it was $100. Bitcoin is $20,000, $30,000 today. PulseChain, HEX, and PulseX are the next iteration. They're the next evolution of blockchain technology, okay? Really simply put, HEX is a store of value. It's a better Bitcoin. It's isolated modular code, safer. It pays you trustless yield, so you can lock up HEX. You could stake it and you could make more HEX. PulseChain is a cheaper, faster Ethereum. Plus, it copied all the coins from Ethereum, so some people are calling it the world's biggest airdrop. And then PulseX is a clone of Uniswap, one of the most popular decentralized exchanges, except it also has a buy and burn function built in. These coins are really awesome. If you haven't looked into them already and discovered the value props, check out some of my previous videos. But this video is going to be all about just how to buy, okay? So the 5 simple steps. Steps 1 and 2 are probably the most important steps, okay? Once you've got steps 1 and 2 down, this is the hurdle that, 80% of people just drop off at this point because they're too lazy. They don't want to take the time to download 2 different applications, okay? So you need, one is called a centralized exchange. That's what CEX stands for. You need a centralized exchange account to actually buy crypto. So this is where you link your bank account, okay? And you turn your dirty government money. Remember your inflationary government money that's being devalued every day. This is where you link the bank account from your traditional system and you buy crypto with it. But remember, if you buy crypto on one of these centralized entity accounts, it's not technically your crypto until you take it out into your personal wallet. Now, there's all kinds of personal wallets. I like MetaMask, and there's some other options. Let me give you a visual of some options, okay? On the left-hand side here, these are centralized exchanges. So for the newbies that don't have any centralized exchange yet, you're going to want to probably make an account at any one of these 4. These are popular centralized exchanges that are, in my opinion, unlikely to get hacked, unlikely to go down. But guys, crypto exchanges get hacked all the time. Crypto protocols get hacked all the time. Crypto is still the Wild West, and it's still very dangerous, whether or not it's a decentralized protocol or a centralized protocol. With centralized, your risk is corrupt people that work at these corrupt institutions. Decentralized, your risk is bad code, unaudited code, and also corrupt people as well. So on the left-hand side, we've got Coinbase, Crypto.com, Gemini, Kraken. It doesn't hurt to make more than 1 account because I've been hearing from people right now that, transactions are taking a lot longer to go through than some people might like. I've heard of people having to wait 7 days to withdraw money out of Coinbase. But that's the most important step of this whole process, is that if you don't withdraw your money out of Coinbase, out of Crypto.com, Gemini, Kraken, and into your personal wallet, these are some wallets on the right-hand side over here. If you don't withdraw your Ethereum from one of these centralized exchanges to a wallet, a personal wallet that you know the private keys to, you can't really access all of DeFi. You can't really access all of the real crypto stuff, such as buying HEX, buying PulseChain, buying everything else, okay? So make a couple accounts. It's good to have backup accounts, and just expect that if you're a brand new person that just created an account for the first time, you may have longer than normal withdrawal times. And in general, I've been hearing even crypto veterans have been having longer than normal withdrawal times because the government is cracking down on crypto because of all the corruption that's been going on. So at the choke points, these are essentially the choke points, right? And they're slowing down due to the fact that apparently nobody can run a legitimate business and people just keep losing everyone's money. And other people just keep giving these corrupt entities more money. So look, these 4 options over here are all some of the most legitimate that I know of. And there's plenty of other centralized exchanges too. But the moral of the story is when you're buying Ethereum on one of these centralized exchanges, that's what you're doing. You make an account here. You might want to make a couple backup accounts, okay? And you buy Ethereum. The ticker symbol for that is ETH. Okay, Ethereum is the second most popular blockchain after Bitcoin, and it basically unlocks the entire DeFi ecosystem. Buying Ethereum is step 1 into unlocking the entire crypto ecosystem, doing it the right way. So you buy Ethereum on one of these centralized exchanges, all right, and you withdraw it to one of these wallets. So you're also going to want to get one of these wallets. Okay, MetaMask is by far the most popular choice. I like Rabby as well. I've got a previous video about how to migrate to Rabby. Internet Money is pretty good, in particular for the PulseChain ecosystem, okay? Basically, this is step 1 and 2, okay? You make the account, and then you buy Ethereum on whatever account you have. I like Coinbase, for example. You buy some Ethereum on Coinbase, and then you withdraw it to your MetaMask, your Rabby. I like MetaMask. For the example, look, this is what MetaMask looks like. It's a Chrome extension. You go to metamask.io, you download the Chrome extension, all right? And then it just pops up. You might have like an ad blocker, or you might have used another Chrome extension before. They're just plugins that go inside your browser. And just another tip, guys, you should always be doing crypto on a laptop, a crypto-only laptop, preferably. You don't want to be using crypto on, your home computer that you use for everything else. What if your kids go download some sketchy virus because they're going messing around on weird websites? You don't want to be using crypto ever on a shared computer. You definitely really don't want to be using it on your phone. Okay, so try to get like an old laptop, a laptop you don't really care about anymore, wipe it totally clean, and only use it for crypto purposes. That's just security 101. When you have crypto on your phone, you can also get a MetaMask app on your phone, right? This is the crypto wallet, MetaMask. Now, I'm assuming if you don't already have this, it's not that hard to figure it out. You go download the plugin for, again, this is on the browser. But if you have it on your phone, think about it, guys. If you're carrying around crypto on your phone, okay, maybe you've only got a couple $100s in crypto today. Maybe you've got $1,000 or $10,000 even. Well, what if that goes up by 10x or 100x in the future? Then all of a sudden you're walking around with your iPhone or your Android that you have every single day. You're carrying around this phone with you that essentially has access to hundreds of thousands of dollars one day of crypto funds on your phone. And people lose their phones all the time. People get their phones stolen. People get mugged. You shouldn't be walking around. You wouldn't walk around with wads of cash, tens of thousands of dollars of cash in your pocket. You wouldn't walk around with a briefcase full of cash in your pocket, would you? I wouldn't. So that's why I like to use a dedicated crypto-only laptop. I only pretty much do crypto when I'm at home, when I'm safe. I don't do it when I'm out and about. Well, not anything important, right? I have a burner wallet that I use with tiny little test amounts, $20 here, $20 there. But for serious crypto investors, you need a dedicated crypto wallet, and again, preferably have it on a desktop, an isolated desktop or laptop computer, maybe an old laptop. When you make your crypto account, okay, this is MetaMask, okay, it's going to give you a private key and a public key. The public key is right here. It begins with 0x, 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, whatever. And you can copy it here. This is kind of like your email address of crypto. It's okay to share this address right here with whoever you want. But your private key, when you're setting up this MetaMask account, they're going to give you 12 words. Now, you've already probably set your MetaMask account up already. If you're watching this video, go do that right now. And these 12 words, they're going to ask you to write it down and store them somewhere safe. Storing these seed words somewhere safe is probably the most important thing you can do in crypto. It's the most important step to keeping your crypto finances safe. Don't screenshot them. Don't save them on iCloud. Don't put them on Dropbox. Don't put them on Google Drive. Don't put them anywhere connected to the internet. Don't put them in your photos folder and then it's uploaded to iCloud, okay? Because guess what? Somebody hacks into your iCloud account. They go and they find your 12 seed words that you screenshotted because you were stupid and you didn't write them down on paper and store them in real life somewhere safe offline. And then guess what? They steal all your money. All your crypto is gone. They drain your wallet. So people get hacked in crypto all the time because they don't follow these simple steps. So what I'm telling you right now, writing your 12 seed words down on paper. You can even laminate the paper to make it waterproof. Maybe you want to stamp them into metal to make it fireproof too. You need to care about your investments, okay? I mean, these are hurdles for the average everyday investor. The average everyday investor, they're going to go to PayPal, they're going to buy some Bitcoin, and they're not going to be really serious about it, right? They're not going to understand that they're not really, one, they don't hold their own money because they don't know their own seed words, those 12 words I talked about. And two, they can't access the rest of the crypto ecosystem. PayPal, even Coinbase, Kraken, they're very limited. These companies over here are very limited in what they allow you to do. And so by sending your Ethereum into the MetaMask wallet over here, you copy your address here, you open your Coinbase account, you say, I want to withdraw my Ethereum, you paste this address into your Coinbase, and you withdraw, some Ethereum that you bought on Coinbase, you withdraw it to yourself over on your MetaMask wallet, where you own your own money, because you can then do all of the crypto things with no middleman telling you what you can and can't do. You're not limited by the central authority, the central company, which is the whole point of crypto. And again, most people won't take the time of day to even get past this first step, which means they're going to be blocked from having all the early opportunities until it's too late. Guys, when it's easy to buy HEX, when it's easy to buy pulsechain, when it's easy to buy PulseX, a lot of the opportunity for upwards price potential will be gone. Bitcoin went up the highest when nobody knew about it. Everybody thought it was a scam. Everybody was talking crap about it. They said it was only for online gambling and drugs and dark web. There's only one place to get it. There was no liquidity. There was one single exchange to get Bitcoin on back in the day. And it was like that for years, 2 or 3 or 4 years. And that's where we're at today. We're in the early days of pulsechain and HEX and PulseX. So you being a savvy investor wanting to get involved into real DeFi, you got to take a couple of extra steps and get over that activation energy that stops a lot of people just because they don't want it bad enough. If you want it bad enough, you'll figure out how to click the right buttons. You'll do what I'm telling you. So let's move on with the tutorial, okay? I'm going to assume for the sake of this tutorial that you've got some Ethereum that you withdrew into your MetaMask wallet. And if you ever want to flip-flop networks, go in the upper left-hand corner of your wallet. You can flip from the Ethereum mainnet to the pulsechain network up here. So you'll know that you have Ethereum in your wallet when you're on the Ethereum mainnet over here, right? And it'll show you a balance of Ethereum over here. I've got $96 worth of Ethereum in my wallet, in my MetaMask wallet over here now on the Ethereum blockchain. And we're going to be flipping eventually into the pulsechain blockchain. So follow along with me here. It's really, really simple, okay? Let's go back to the 5 simple steps. Now, these simple steps, we already did part 1 and 2, okay? And I told you why they were important. I told you why you're limited if you just leave your coins on a centralized exchange. These things are like public bathrooms, okay? You only want to be there as long as you need to be. And you want to get your coins off of there into your personal wallet that you own, right? It's your money, and also your freedom, and also your ability to do whatever you want and buy whatever you want, okay? They literally cannot stop you from buying any other coin on a decentralized exchange. So we've gotten from the centralized exchange, we've got some Ethereum, you've got it now in your personal wallet. Now you're going to go to what's called a decentralized exchange. And we have decentralized exchanges on different blockchains. So first you're going to go to the one that's on Ethereum, okay? It's called ETHEX.com. ETHEX.com is a page that'll link you to all these different websites where you can go swap that Ethereum and swap it and change it into WPLS. Okay, now when you see ETHEX.com, you're going to see a website like this, all right? All of the HEX and pulsechain related websites look like this. Now, why do they look like this? Well, it's really simple. If you want to access the actual trading platform, you just click any one of these 3 IPFS links. It does not matter which one you click. Click any one of them. It does not matter which one you click. They all link you to the same thing. It does not matter. So click, let's say, this one, all right? Now, that's going to open up a page that looks like this, okay? It's going to open up a page that looks like this, and all you're going to do is you're going to swap some of your Ethereum for a token called WPLS. That's called Wrapped Pulsechain, WPLS. So it's automatically going to fill in HEX for you over here. This would be the Ethereum version of HEX. There's 2 versions of HEX now. You've got EHEX. That's the HEX that's native to Ethereum, the Ethereum blockchain. And you've got PHEX. That's the HEX that's native to the pulsechain blockchain. All right, but we're going to get into the pulsechain ecosystem world of pulsechain, so we need to start off with PLS. So if we want to buy PLS on the Ethereum blockchain, we need to buy wrapped PLS. So we click this down button right here. We search for WPLS. Now you'll see WPLS right here, okay? Add the token, and then you can go ahead and exchange a little bit of Ethereum for a little bit of wrapped PLS. And once the quote comes up, you just click swap. Now you do need to make sure you save a little bit of Ethereum in your wallet for gas fees. If you don't know about gas fees, basically every time you do a transaction on a blockchain, you've got to pay a tiny little bit in gas fees. So if you want to buy 1 Ethereum worth of WPLS, well, you're going to have to end up buying maybe 0.95 Ethereum worth of WPLS because it's going to cost you a tiny little bit of Ethereum to pay for the transaction fee. That's how blockchains work. So you pay the fees in the form of whatever token is the native coin of the blockchain. Ethereum, you pay fees in ETH. Pulsechain, you pay fees in PLS. All right. But going back to this website, guys, why are all these links important? These are all important because IPFS is basically the decentralized internet. So ETHEX.com, this website over here, ETHEX.com is a page that just has a list of different links to trade and to swap your Ethereum for, different coins decentralized. A DEX, remember a DEX over here stands for decentralized exchange. So ETHEX.com is just a link to different DEXs, different ways to get to the DEX. So you can just go to IPFS. IPFS is just a version of the decentralized internet. It works in pretty much any web browser. And I like to use Brave web browser as well. Chrome works too, but Brave works even better for IPFS links. Okay, so use the ones on here and you'll be accessing this trading platform from a decentralized version of the internet, basically, meaning nobody can shut it off. That's the beautiful thing about all this stuff that I'm teaching you. Now, there are easier ways to do this. There are easier ways to buy PLS and stuff, but I'm starting from the basics here. I'm teaching you some concepts like IPFS being a decentralized internet. All you have to do when you see a page that looks like this is click one of these links over here and it'll open up the platform that you're trying to get to. And this is the same way with basically every tool in the Pulsechain ecosystem. The bridge, the DEX, the Ethereum DEX, the Pulsechain DEX, the block explorer, everything is hosted on IPFS. IPFS, again, is the decentralized internet. Now, you can also, if that's not working for you, it should work for you, no problem. Okay, if it's not working for you, refresh the page, close it, open it back up again. Do typical troubleshooting stuff. You don't need me to hold your hand on that, right? you can just go to Brave browser, try a different browser if it's really not working for some reason. And, these links really aren't working. An alternative way to run the code is just to run it from your desktop. So if you've got Windows, download the Windows file. If you've got Mac, download the Mac file. And it'll pull up in your downloads folder. You can just open the zip file, and that'll open a version of this same website. You just got to click into the zip file and run the script and follow the instructions there. I've got a ton of previous videos about it. It's just an alternative way to run the code locally on your machine, okay? Now again, be bookmarking all these websites as we're going through them. Be bookmarking them. You've also got alternative ways to buy stuff down here, like CowSwap, Hedron. All these websites are just very, very similar. They're just decentralized exchanges. And there's all kinds of backup options, okay? You can look at any of these websites over here. They all do the same thing. Let's pull up CowSwap, for example. Every single decentralized exchange on a blockchain, it basically just looks like this. You trade one coin for another. They're all the same. They're just different front ends, different websites that allow you to do the same thing. So, using CowSwap, I would take my Ethereum. I'll click this drop down again. And I would search for WPLS, right? Wait a little bit, click on the first one here, import that. And I could just swap my Ethereum for WPLS. Connect your wallet, connect your MetaMask wallet. You always need to be connecting your wallet to these things if you want to do it, okay? If you want to trade stuff. If I wanted to trade 0.01 Ethereum, for example, today that would get me 336,000 WPLS. Now, gas fees on Ethereum are very high, which is why everybody wants to get out. Everybody wants to come over to PulseChain because, again, look at this right here. The gas fee just for doing a $20 transaction, and the Ethereum blockchain is $9. Okay, look at this where my mouse is. $9 is way too high for the average person to be getting in with, just $20. So you should typically be starting with, a few $100s ideally, just to get around those gas fees. And it's pricing a lot of people out, which is why people are trying to rush to get into PulseChain, okay? People want to get to the place where it's cheaper and faster, and more importantly, cheaper, honestly, because these gas fees on Ethereum are eating people alive, especially for the smaller person to get in. Now, again, there's other easier ways to get into PulseChain. I'm going to make future videos about that. I've also got a bunch of previous videos. Check all those out. There's a lot of different ways to buy HEX, PulseChain, and PulseX. I'm showing you the decentralized way, okay? The decentralized OG way. It's the reliable way that'll always be there, and I'm trying to explain, conceptually, all these websites are the same, okay? Whether or not you download it locally, whether or not you open a community website, or you just run it from the decentralized internet, they all look exactly the same. Watch, if I wanted to do it on my Mac OS, I would download this, okay? Pull up my downloads folder. I'd click into the zip file, and I'd say run the eth.uniswap.script. Run the eth.uniswap.script. I'll double click this. I'd open up this box, and I would just click the instructions. You follow the instructions on the screen. It says press the play symbol here. You press the play symbol. Guess what happens? You wait 5 seconds. It pulls up the exact same thing. All these dexes look the same. Every dex is just, you swap one coin for another coin. It's actually pretty simple once you get the hang of it. All right. So now we've bought some WPLS over here. Okay. We've bought WPLS over here. Now we're going to bridge it over into the PulseChain universe over on bridge.pulsechain.com. Let's hop over to bridge.pulsechain.com. You'll notice the website looks exactly like ethex.com, the one that we were just at. ethex.com looks exactly like bridge.pulsechain.com. Now bookmark all these links as I'm talking about them. Bookmark all of them, but also make sure you just find a method that you like, find a link that you like, and make sure you can even bookmark one of these if you want to get there even faster. Saves you one click, okay? Again, you can access the bridge on IPFS. That's the decentralized internet. It can never be shut off by a middleman. It's safe from any government attack. It's real crypto. There's no middleman involved. It's censorship resistant. A lot of people are also trying to censor crypto. So one thing that's really important about doing IPFS, about using one of these links, or running it locally from your desktop, or using one of the decentralized alternatives, because there's so many alternative websites to basically access the same code or the same functions. The important part about having all these options is that it's kind of like the Hydra. If you cut one head off, 3 more are going to grow back in its place. You can't be stopping this code. It's unstoppable code. So censorship proof, or censorship resistant, we like to say. All right. Now you can do the same thing over here. You could run it locally. If you're a beginner, for the absolute easiest experience, just run it over here. Okay. Just click one of these links. They all do the same thing. They were all going to show you a screen like this. You connect your wallet. Okay. Click MetaMask if you've got MetaMask. If you've got Rabby, click Rabby. If you've got Internet Money, click Internet Money. All right. We're going to go MetaMask. We're going to connect our wallet. Okay, and you can see up here, we've got our wallet connected. And now I can bridge my WPLS from the Ethereum blockchain into the PulseChain blockchain. These are like different countries. All right, so I'm taking that WPLS that I bought over here. Remember how I bought some over here? Well, after I buy that WPLS, hop over here, click one of these links. Doesn't really matter. Click one of these links, and I've got 307,000 right now. So if I want to withdraw, let's say 50,000 WPLS, I can send it for a very small fee, 0.3% fee. And this is me sending WPLS in between blockchains. So I'm sending this WPLS from the country of Ethereum, from the nation of Ethereum land, back into its home country where it belongs. I'm sending it right back to PulseChain universe, PulseChain land. All right. We send it over here, and we confirm the transaction over here. And once you click send over here, okay, it's going to pop up your MetaMask. You're going to have to pay a gas fee. Now, these Ethereum gas fees, they suck. They're $10 today. It could even be higher in the future. So make sure you have enough Ethereum in your wallet to pay for these gas fees. Always keep extra Ethereum in your wallet to pay for gas fees. That's a beginner's mistake a lot of people make. They don't keep enough spare ETH laying around to pay for gas. But once you pay for these gas fees, guys, these are the only time you're going to have to really pay for gas fees. Because once you're on PulseChain, the gas fees drop from, $10 to like 1 penny or maybe 2 pennies, They're incredibly cheap over on PulseChain. That's why people love it. One of many reasons. All right. So you click confirm over there, and we're not going to do that right now. But once you have it confirmed, you can go check on the status of your transaction over here up in the transactions tab. And you can see bridging coins from one blockchain to another, bridging coins from Ethereum into PulseChain. It's going to take about half an hour, anywhere from half an hour to maybe 2 hours at the longest. It's not instantaneous. Okay. So you have to be patient and wait a little bit. You can check on the status of your transaction up here, and you'll know when it's completed because you'll see the claim button over here. Like you could see last time, I sent 50,000 PLS from Ethereum to PulseChain. I waited like half an hour. I have a video about this. I just did a video about this, all right? Just going over it again for the new guys here. And after you wait half an hour or so, it's going to automatically show up in your wallet over here. So it's going to show up, all that PLS will show up in your wallet. And in order to see it, okay, in order to see that PLS, you'll have to click on this drop down up here. Okay, right up here, Ethereum mainnet, and flip over to the PulseChain network to see where your PulseChain ended up. You can see over here, I've got 100,000 PLS over here, okay, because I'm on the PulseChain network. So when I flip-flop networks, I see different sets of coins. When I'm on the PulseChain network, it's going to show me all my PulseChain tokens. When I'm on the Ethereum network, it's going to show me all my Ethereum tokens. So you can see I've got, some Ethereum, $96 worth of Ethereum over here, and I've also got 945 HEX on Ethereum. You can see this is called HEX. It's native to Ethereum. And HEX has a different price than PHEX. Okay, people don't understand that right away either. So if you buy native Ethereum HEX, you've got HEX. If you've got native PulseChain HEX, it's called PHEX. So again, we flip-flop networks with this little drop down up in the top left corner of your MetaMask. Okay, so make sure you're looking at the right. If you don't see your coins right away, make sure you're connected to the right network where you're expecting to see those coins. You can see over here, I've got all kinds of different coins on PulseChain. I've got PulseX, Hedron, HEX. This is PHEX. PHEX and HEX, right? These are two different coins. The HEX is the hex that came from Ethereum. This regular hex over here, this is PHEX because it's native to PulseChain, because I am within the context of the PulseChain network, as you can see right here. All right, so after you've bridged, now you hop on over to app.pulsex.com for the final step, app.pulsex.com. This is the primary DEX over on PulseChain network. Okay, so it's just like the Uniswap over here that we were just on Uniswap, which was the DEX on Ethereum. Well, PulseX is the DEX on PulseChain. And guess what? It looks exactly the same as everything else. You've got your IPFS links. You can download it locally if you want to. It takes a couple more clicks, but if the internet doesn't work for you for some reason, then download it locally, run it locally, okay? Or you could use one of these community websites over here. I really like Pateus a lot because it might give you a better deal. Pateus will let you swap any coin for any coin, and it'll route you through all kinds of different DEXs, okay? Or you could just use the good old classic version. Let's click on, this dweb.link. Again, these all bring you to the same thing, but they all bring you to, what is this? A decentralized exchange, right? And they all look the same. You trade one coin for another. So you connect your wallet, connect MetaMask, or whatever other wallet you have, click connect. And it's okay. Now you can see I've got all that PLS over here because you just bridged the PLS from Ethereum into PulseChain. Now that you're in PulseChain, you can trade this PLS. Let's say I want to trade 10,000 PLS. I can trade 10,000 PLS today, and if I want to buy PulseX, that's how I would do it. I could swap 10,000 Pulse for PulseX. Okay, I could swap 10,000 Pulse for HEX, or I could buy HEX, right? That's HEX from Ethereum. These are two different hexes with two different prices. I could buy, I could sell it for USDC. These are stable coins over here. DAI, USDT, and USDC are stable coins. They're basically like digital representations of $1. they're always going to equal $1. I can even trade it for wrapped Bitcoin, wrapped Ethereum, and these are all wrapped, right, because they're coming over from a foreign country. Now, PulseX is also really good, right? You can connect your wallet if it's not connected already, and you can say, I want to trade 10,000 of the Pulse that I just bridged in. Remember, I just did that on the last step. I bridged in some Pulse, and I can trade that for, all the popular coins are up on the top here. HEX, CST is another stable coin, PulseX. So if I want to buy HEX, all right, this is PHEX, right? EHEX would be this one over here where my mouse is. I'm going to buy some PHEX now, let's say. And I want to trade 10,000 Pulse. How much PHEX will that give me? 57 coins. 10,000 Pulse coins for 57 PHEX coins. I'd click swap, confirm swap, and every transaction you do, guys, there's going to be a small little gas fee. But look at the gas fee here. The gas fee here is 232 Pulse, which equates to at today's prices, I think, what, 2 cents, maybe 1 penny? Dirt cheap, guys, dirt cheap. You can do a whole bunch of transactions. If you got 10,000 Pulse, what is that, 60 cents? With 10,000 Pulse, I could do probably hundreds of transactions. With 60 cents worth of PLS coins, I can do hundreds and hundreds of transactions. Whereas remember on Ethereum, guys, it costs $10 to do one simple transaction. So I want to explain to you guys that all these links that you see here, app.pulsex.com, bridge.pulsechain.com, ethex.com, a lot of the websites you see in the PulseChain ecosystem, they're just going to be lists of links to get to the actual tool itself. So these are like your hub for all the links, all the useful links that actually work. And, you can either access it, again, all these tools you can access on IPFS, which is decentralized internet. Remember that, okay? You can download them locally, which I have previous videos about. I showed you how to do it. Again, it goes into your downloads folder. You open the folder right here, right? You click on the script button. You open the script for all these things. It's all the same. And then you just press the play button right here, okay? So it works the same for everything. So just get familiar, get comfortable with, the word IPFS stands for Interplanetary File System. It's just like a new, better, decentralized version of the internet. It uses hashes to verify that the website is the legitimate website, okay? So there's no way that somebody could fake it as long as you're using this hash. And it's important to get familiar with IPFS because it's censorship resistant, right? Nobody can censor it. So when the central banks start coming after crypto, which they're probably going to try to more and more, you want to be on the winning team or the side that can't be shut off. It has no off switch, no middleman, no admin keys. Nobody can sneak around the back door and change the code, right? Nobody can, even if they take this website down, right? You can just bookmark these links, all right? I'm not saying they're ever going to take websites down, but we might see an attack on crypto. Okay, we saw them take the Tornado Cash website down, but what did people do with Tornado Cash? Tornado Cash was a privacy tool. Well, we see people using Tornado Cash to this day because what Tornado Cash actually is it's just a smart contract, and people can build different websites, different front ends, okay, to view the same code on the back end, on the smart contract blockchain level. So people try to shut off websites, they have no idea what they're doing. When it comes to real blockchain tech, if it's actually decentralized, it doesn't matter if one website goes down, because all a website is a portal. It's a window. All a website is a window for you to view and edit the code on the blockchain. Okay, so you can edit the database on the blockchain through a website. But the website itself is not the same thing as HEX, PulseChain, PulseX, even Ethereum, Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin.org went down tomorrow, does Bitcoin itself go down? No, it doesn't. Because Bitcoin.org, the website, is not the same thing as all the people downloading, Bitcoin wallets on their computers. So that's what it's all about, guys. Downloading your own software, downloading your own MetaMask, all right? Downloading this program right here, getting your money out of centralized exchanges into MetaMask. You're even downloading your own DEXs. Okay, you can download your own version of the DEX, like I showed you in your downloads folder. Double click to open it. If you want to, you can download your own bridge, and you can download PulseX. Or again, just go to the decentralized internet, or again, on any one of these websites, okay, scroll to the bottom. There's usually alternative community-made websites. Let's take PulseX, for example. If I want to trade on a slightly different version of PulseX that's still basically the same thing, I can try this version over here, Go PulseX. Go PulseX is a different website where you're just trading one coin for another. This is all you're doing, trading one coin for another coin. I want to trade 369 Pulse for 1241 PulseX. It's all the same, guys. All these front ends, even though they look different, this website and this website, they look different, but you're doing the same exact functions because, again, the blockchain layer is behind the scenes. The blockchain layer is not the website. So that's really the important point I want to make about decentralized code in general. Bitcoin.org is not Bitcoin itself. Ethereum.org is not Ethereum itself. There's so many different Ethereum wallets. There's different options for pulsechain wallets. There's different options for DEXs. Just to give you a little example, right? Here's just a sample if you want to screenshot this website. Here's an example of all the alternative different websites you can go to access the same exact functions of swapping one coin for another. If you're on Ethereum, if you're on the Ethereum blockchain and you want to swap one coin for another, you can use any one of these websites, and there's so many more that I left out here just because I can't list them all. And right, if one of them goes down, just try a different one, okay? Same thing with pulsechain. You've got all these different ways of buying pulsechain tokens. Once you've got PLS in your wallet, right, you buy PLS on Ethereum, you buy WPLS, you bridge it over into pulsechain. You can then go swap that PLS token, and you can buy PHEX, you can buy EHEX, you can buy PulseX. It doesn't matter what website you're going to. So really, that's the point I want to drive home. These websites are the windows, okay? And how you access the code at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what window you're viewing the code through. It doesn't matter if you're doing IPFS, decentralized internet. It doesn't matter if you're doing download it, run it from your desktop. It doesn't matter if you're using one of these alternative options or any of these alternative options that I'm showing you right here. Here's some HEX mining front ends, okay? So for people that want to stake HEX, if you want to stake your HEX, you might want to screenshot this page as well. You could always go to any one of these websites and stake your HEX and earn yield trustlessly with no middleman. Long-term HEX stakers are the people that are actually still winning in crypto despite the bear market. If they got in before 2021 and they were staked long-term, a lot of people are still up from the lows back in the day because there's some insane yield that you can get in HEX mining, HEX staking. It's the same thing, mining, staking, synonymous. And if you're smart enough to figure this out early, guys, and you're staking long-term, I can only imagine where we're going to be in 5, 10, even 15 years. Can you imagine when the world goes full crypto? There's a divide, right? There's going to be people using the government-sanctioned crypto, the CBDC, the social credit score, the doomer version of crypto that nobody really wants it, but it's going to be pushed on people, whether they want it or not. Or you can opt out and use real crypto, like Ethereum, pulsechain. Hell, even Bitcoin is okay if you're doing Bitcoin the right way. But a lot of people do Bitcoin the wrong way. A lot of people, they'll take this 5-step process and they'll just stop at step 1. Say, well, I bought Bitcoin on Coinbase. Well, so I own Bitcoin, right? It's like, you kinda own Bitcoin if you withdraw it into a Bitcoin wallet, but an exchange can go down. FTX just lost billions of people's money. Sam Bankman-Fried, CEO, is in jail. All right, they're going after everybody. Some of these businesses are legit. Some of them are not legit. Okay, and you just don't want to find out. You don't want to stay on one of these centralized exchanges long enough to find out which ones are not legit. Now, if that wasn't enough for you, if you want some easier ways to buy PLS, to buy HEX or PulseX, here's some more on and off ramps or tools. And I've got previous videos about most of these. All right, you can screenshot this page as well. All these websites are very useful into getting onboarded into pulsechain, into PulseX, into HEX, both PHEX and EHEX. You could start at a lot of these different centralized points, okay? And you might be paying a little bit higher fees for a little bit more convenience. So these ways, these methods over here, these websites, they might make things a little bit more simple. And yes, you're still going to need a MetaMask. You're always going to need a crypto wallet, okay? You're always going to need to know your own 12-word private keys, your seed phrase, we call it. You always need to know those if you're doing real crypto. But if you have this wallet, try one of these other options if, you want to maybe simplify the process. Okay, you can even buy Pulse with Cash App, okay, over here, Pulse LN. If you got Cash App, you can buy PLS right into your MetaMask wallet. StealthX, Gardarian, Change Now, GainPulsechain.com. This is going to be a huge one, okay, GainPulsechain.com. I'm going to make a video about that very soon because that's going to be kind of like the Coinbase, but for Pulsechain. Not really. You're going to see what I mean, okay? You're going to see what I mean. Stay tuned. And guys, if you found this valuable, again, screenshot all these. Screenshot all these so you never forget. Bookmark all these links, okay? Not only these type of links, but bookmark, go to one of these links and bookmark that too. Just saves you another click, okay? So you never have to worry about a website going down. Bookmark everything. Make folders. Make a bookmark folder for, ethex.com for the Ethereum DEX. Make a bookmark folder for all these links for the PulseChain bridge. Make a bookmark folder for all these links for PulseX trading on the DEX on PulseChain side. Okay? Just make folders. Okay? Just make Bookmarks. It's not that hard. You can also bookmark all these options. You can bookmark all the HEX staking front ends. Bookmark all the pulsechain dexes, ethereum dexes. They're all just different websites that let you do the exact same thing. Now, I hope you found this valuable. I'm trying to give you guys a bird's eye view to understand foundationally what you're actually doing when you're buying HEX, pulsechain, and PulseX. So for the newbies, I know it seems overwhelming, but it's really just 5 steps. Okay, it's really just 5 steps. And it doesn't matter what website you go to for these different things. You follow the 5-step process, or you might be able to cut a couple of steps down in one of these alternative websites. It depends where you are. This one, for example, you can't be in the USA. You need to understand what you're buying. You need to understand that it's unstoppable, it can't be shut off, and that the website is not the same as the cryptocurrency itself. Just like the founder of the cryptocurrency has nothing to do with the actual cryptocurrency, right? If you've built a crypto the right way, like HEX, pulsechain, PulseX, for example, it doesn't matter what happens to the founder, right? Just like Satoshi, right? Satoshi just went away. A lot of people think Satoshi died, the creator of Bitcoin, but because Bitcoin's actually decentralized enough, you don't need a Satoshi, right? So that's how real crypto is supposed to work. So like, subscribe, share the video, leave a comment. It all helps the algorithm. And guys, if you're brand new to crypto, a lot of this was confusing. I do have a course, limited time only. Use code BEARMARKET for 25% off. Just go to hexpassiveincome.com, link in description below. I'll teach you everything I know about crypto. From zero to hero, you're going to have the confidence doing crypto the right way. It's kind of like this, but we go a lot slower. It's modular, it's sequential. All the links are there for you. It's everything I know about crypto packed into 37 lessons. Okay, worth way more bang for your buck than even an hour or 2 of my consulting time. Because if you get hexpassiveincome.com, you can always refer back to it. You can always go back to the lessons and rewatch them over again. You don't have to call me on the phone every time you forget something, right? So it's actually awesome. It's an amazing deal. I wish I had a course like hexpassiveincome.com when I was starting crypto. So if you're an absolute beginner, novice into crypto, hexpassiveincome.com specifically is for you. Don't be late. Get it before the sale is over. Bear market, code bear market, 25% off. Amazing deal, guys. Amazing deal. Do crypto the right way. Be safe out there. Keep on learning. Keep on pushing the message. I'll see you on the next video.